Nancy. 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 And welcome everybody to the TeamRoot.com SuperMax Slam here in Overland Park, Kansas. My name is Tim Baghurst, and we're about to start what could be a really interesting matchup between Martinez and Scott. Martinez from Guatemala, Scott from the USA. These two have played each other before, there's no doubt about it. And Martinez is the one with the advantage, but Scott played extremely well here in December when we had the 2020 SuperMax Slam on display. You can see our commissioner, TJ Bamba, moving through the back of my screen. She's busy here putting on 3 divisions, and we started at 8 a.m. this morning, can you believe, with the round of 64s. That was Erica Mania who advanced in the round of 64s over Michelle De La Rosa on our streamed match. She's taking on Herrera in a few moments on one of the other courts. Of course, just a reminder, we have 2 courts being streamed this weekend. So be sure when you're going on the LPRT page, you can scroll down and you might see another live stream as well. I think Munoz right now is battling Rivera over in a tiebreaker on our other streamed court. On court here, though, we have Martinez. She's just warming up her serve. Just to give you an idea of where these two stand, scrolling through, Martinez and Scott will play into the winner of Vargas and Roberts. Roberts played in the round of 64 this morning. Annie Roberts winning 11-10 in the tiebreaker to win her first pro stop match. So congratulations to her. And she'll be taking on Maria Jose Vargas. Most of you, if you know racquetball, know Maria Jose Vargas. Successful for many years. Number 3 seeded here. Could be number 2, but took some time off to have her second child. Congratulations to her, and she's back. We saw her playing in December while she was pregnant on this court, and has since had her child and is back ready to play again. So we're excited to see what kind of form she's in. As the 3 seed, she takes on Roberts, and then the winner of that will play the winner of these two, Scott and Martinez. What can we see from Scott and Martinez? If you know Holly Scott, we see some emotion on court, we see some drama, we see some incredible shot-making ability, and I could say the same of Gabby Martinez from Guatemala. Martinez still the current world champion from 2018. 2020 had no world championships. Amazing matches in that world championship to win that, but on tour she's been a bit hit or miss. She's played some incredible matches and then lost the next one. I think though I talked to her yesterday, she seemed mentally prepared here. She seems like she's put in a lot of training, and she seemed very confident about this match. Interesting, she's here with her Guatemalan head coach Aaron Palomino, who is originally from Mexico. This is the first time I've seen Palomino at an LPRT event, and it's really good, I think, for Martinez to have that coach here on court. I think that'll help her a lot. So let's go to the action. Martinez looks like she'll be serving first. Martinez is in the green, and Scott in the black in the back. A reminder, this is can you believe it, a round of 32 match. So we're just getting some clarification on, apparently there's a couple wet spots from the previous match, and so they've asked for a towel to just clean that up. So let's go through the draw very quickly for you and give you some updates on scores and so on. If we can look, Longoria will be playing Montserrat Perez, who defeated Linda Tyler this morning. Rodriguez Riveros will be playing in just a few minutes over on our other show court. Rhonda Rasic defeated Adrienne Haynes this morning to advance to the round of 16. She'll take on Angelica Barrios, who defeated the youngster Daniela Rico. Samantha Salas, quick work over Erin Slutsky, 15-0, 15-1. She'll take on the winner of Rivera and Munoz, which is going into a tiebreaker right now. Cristina Amaya and Brenda Laime are battling down on court number 1. Laime took the first game, so we'll see if Amaya can get back into that. Raquelme will be playing Natalia Mendez in the round of 32. Vargas playing Roberts, as we already mentioned. This is the winner. The winner of that will play the winner of this, Scott Martinez. Nancy Enrique has already advanced to the round of 16 over Ana Laura Flores in 2 straight games. Jessica Parilla will be her opponent, overcoming Jessica Chen, 15-3, 15-3. If you were watching our match earlier, Centellas defeated the Tricky Gonzalez from Mexico in 2 straight, 15-12, 15-6. And she will be playing Montse Mejia, who many have predicted to be a finalist in this tournament against probably Longoria. TJ, shout out to TJ Bomba, our commissioner, who's in there wiping the floor. She does everything. If you get a chance, by the way, send her a Facebook message, send her an email, because she works so hard behind the scenes. You don't see her on screen very much, but she's always here all day, getting players on courts, getting the refs ready, answering questions, et cetera, et cetera. She works really hard. So be sure to send her a message and just say thank you, because without her, without the volunteers, the tour can't produce what we're producing. So I want to say thanks to her. Back to the draw, Mejia Centellas should be a really interesting matchup between 2 young players. Many predict Mejia in our fantasy bracket to go to the final. We'll see. She has to get through Centellas, who's playing well. Down below that, Lawrence and Lotz are ongoing on court number 3 to my right. Lawrence lost the first to Cheryl Lotz, excuse me. So we'll see if she can get back in that. And then Erica Minia, Alexandra Herrera will be facing off in a few moments as well on another court. So very, very tough matches through this round of 32. So back to the action we go. It looks like we're ready on court. Our official for this match is Lucia Gonzalez. She's just explaining a few of the rules. One of the ones to remember is that an official can call a court hinder at any point. We have 2 timeouts per game. Each timeout is 1 minute, and we have 2 minutes between games, including the tiebreaker. So, Holly Scott serving in the black. Martinez in the back in the lime green. Here we go at 0 serving 0. And Scott starts positively with a 3-shot winner. But Martinez says, doesn't bother me too much. Natalia Mendez to my right. I expect good things from her in this tournament. Great shot from Scott, straight down the right side, doesn't hit the sidewall. You can see how effective that down the line can be. Skip ball Martinez Martinez reminds me a lot of Centellas. Very quick, very mobile, can hit anything from anywhere, very aggressive. And with Martinez, if she can keep the ball clean, stop the unforced errors, she is very, very hard to beat. Martinez wants a skip serve, but it looked okay from here. Backhand pinch winner. Over to my right, Carla Munoz advanced over Maciel Rivera, 11-10 in the tiebreaker. Some sloppy play from both players trying to go down the line and hitting the sidewall, but Martinez was the one who walks away in the service box. Long rally to start this match. If we're going to have those, it could be a long one. Not that time, Scott. And you can see little fist into the wall, not happy with her play so far. But she has the lead in this first game. Lucia, can you say the score so you're saying?
We need to ask her calls.
Excellent serve. Scott did well to pick that up. And again. Awkward. Well, Gonzalez said the ball didn't hit the front wall, but I thought it did. Scott's not happy, but there's nothing to be done. That's the call of the official. And a skip from Scott. And that's the mental toughness of recovering from what you think is a bad call. Not letting it get to your next rally. Nice job, Holly Scott. That was difficult. Martinez with the overhead, trying to surprise Scott, and I think it did a little bit, but Scott is long, gets a lot of balls back, and you could see there she did something offensive with it. Over to my right, Lotz and Lawrence going to a tiebreaker. Serving four, good start to this first game. But when you're serving like that, it's very hard to lose. 5 serving 4 for Martinez. Really moving Holly Scott around the court well, but Scott just got that ball to die on the back glass, and Martinez waited and waited and waited until it was too late. Holly Scott defeated Samantha Salas in December at this tournament. .26 matches played on tour by USA player Scott. 57 by Martinez. Scott, that's a big unforced error. My first experience with Martinez was officiating her match at the 2012 World Championships. If I told you she's 21 years old currently, you can understand how experienced she really is. Going to the World Championships, not just as a junior, but a very young junior. A couple of errors creeping into Martinez's game. So, I like this start. Close, back and forth. No question the commitment from these two players. But Martinez has had 2 aces so far in this match, and they make such a difference. Lots of fans watching on. I want to say thanks to everybody watching. Players supporting, people supporting both players. That's a good shot from Scott. Martinez had it down the line, but you could see how high that ball was, and Scott says thanks very much. She's really good at the pinches. That was a forehand pinch winner. Nice shot from Martinez. I love how she hits the ball afterwards with such authority, like, yeah, I do this all day. She carries herself with confidence. Just a little short. Martinez with the snap of the wrist, the authority in that shot. 8 serving 5. Another look. And that's better. First one wasn't bad. Came off the wall just a little bit. That second one was even better. 9 serving 5. Martinez starting to pull away in this first game. No timeout taken by Scott. Ooh. That's smart. She knew Scott was just going to go left. Martinez went right. It looks like we will have that first timeout taken by Holly Scott. It's 10 serving 5. Martinez leads. We'll be back in just a minute. We're muted, but we're back. Welcome, everybody, to the TeamRoot.com SuperMax Slam. My name's Tim Baghurst, and we're watching a round of 32 match between Martinez and Scott. Martinez has the upper hand right now, but Scott was the one who took the timeout. Typically, when players take a timeout, it works in their favor. Not always, of course, but typically. You can see just to the edge of my screen, Aaron Palomino is here, the Guatemalan head coach, and I think that's a good thing for Martinez. She's got somebody in her camp, so to speak, somebody able to provide some advice and suggestions. I think that's going to benefit Martinez this weekend. I think we may see her have a deep run, but it's not over yet. It's only game 1. Martinez has to overcome Holly Scott, who had a great run here in December. Wow. Well, it didn't work in Scott's favor that time, but Martinez is playing excellent racquetball. She's a shooter, I mentioned. And right now, she's not making many unforced errors. Ooh, close. That's a smart shot from Scott down the line, backhand side. Vamos, helicopter, says Lalo Portillo, the IRT pro. Glad you're all watching and enjoying this match. Skip ball. So point for Scott. Brenda Laime advances over Cristina Amaya. 15. Oh my gosh. I thought that was going to hit Scott. It didn't. That was close. Laime advances over Cristina Amaya. 15-10, 15-8. She'll take on the winner of Riquelme and Mendez. The round of 32s is starting their final matches, so we'll have the round of 16s coming up this evening, later this afternoon and this evening. Wow. Scott won't like this one. So Scott was impeding the swing, the backswing of Martinez, not the follow through, the backswing. And so in that situation, the official said you were blocking your opponent from making that shot. Avoidable hinder, side out. Avoidable hinder's always, well, not always, but mostly a contentious call. Smart shot from Martinez, using her athleticism to keep the ball alive until she got her opportunity. 12 serving 6. Too good from Scott that time. Stepping in, ripping that one down the right side, side out. Martinez with the skip on the backhand side that time. 7 serving 12. Over to my right, 7 serving 8. Lawrence serving in the tiebreaker over Cheryl Lotz. Through the legs from Scott, diving get from Martinez, and Scott skipped it. Watch this through the legs. Martinez plunges to the floor to get it up. All Scott has to do is hit the front wall, and she missed it. That's a big mental mistake. Let's see if she can regroup. And looked like another skip again. So right now it's the USA player making more of the mistakes. Martinez playing extremely well. 13-7, she leads. And another skip from Scott. She's frustrated. You can see it in her body language. Brings up game point 1 for Martinez. Just didn't quite get there, Martinez. 2 bounces, game point saved. Wow. Martinez, shoulder high. Take a look at this shot. Bang. Game point number 2, Martinez, aggressive, but keeping the play consistent. And finishes with another ace. So effective, Martinez, with her serving this afternoon. She takes the first 15-7. Players have 2 minutes. Scott has 2 minutes. She needs to get back in this. We'll see what she does in game number 2. We'll be right back. And we're back, everybody. Just behind me, you can see Alexandra Herrera waiting for her match. She's excited. She's taking on Erica Mania, who won this morning against Michelle De La Rosa. It was a great match, really close, 2 games, and a very hard contested. Michelle De La Rosa afterwards, I'm so sore. Well, she hasn't played for a couple of years on tour consistently, so it's great to see her back. Erica Mania, though, advanced. She's taking on the 2-seed Herrera. That'll be an interesting match. We have 2 power players in that match. Mania, probably a little bit more athletic. Herrera, a little bit more accurate in her shots. So we'll see how that one pans out later this afternoon. On court, though, it's Martinez and Holly Scott. Martinez in the court first. She wants to get this match over with. She won the first 15-7. Scott, a few too many mistakes. Martinez shooting well, serving well, and all of a sudden you see quite a score differential. So let's get back to the action. Gonzalez just informing everybody who is the server. It is indeed Martinez in the green. Winner advances into the round of 16. Martinez representing Guatemala, Holly Scott, the United States of America. And Scott starts with a side out. That's what she needed. Over to my right. 7 serving 9 in the tiebreaker between Lawrence and Lotz. Try to keep you updated with that. Scott a little frustrated, but the ball caught behind her. That was the trouble. And then she couldn't get her racket around it. Defense from Scott. Martinez is too good. I think Scott has to go after Martinez, force the mistakes. There's the hands from Martinez. Both of these players are very athletic. Questioned the shot selection strategy of Martinez before, and today she seems to have really dialed in, really figured out, playing very intelligently. And again, I go back to the fact she has her Guatemalan head coach here. I think that's making a big difference. Martinez wants a replay. She's going to get it. Just short for Martinez. That time Martinez a little sloppy and Scott put that down. Over to my right, match point for Cheryl Lotz, 10-8. World number 1, Paula Longoria behind me checking the scores. Martinez got it. But Scott kept her composure. Puts the ball away for a point. Skip ball Martinez. Wow, Holly Scott, how did you do that? Take another look at this. Just dug it off that sidewall. Sometimes that's all you have to do is hit the ball, and sometimes it does great things. I think she knew what she was doing, though. Too good from Scott. Martinez almost got it back. Timeout on the court taken by Martinez. Better start from Scott in this second game. We'll take a quick break. Thank a sponsor. We'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Holly Scott, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've been playing racquetball for about 15 years. My dad started because I didn't like the daycare at the gym, so I was very bored and I needed to go play racquetball. It's my calling. I love the LPRT. I get to travel, meet new people, work on my Spanish, and it's just a great experience and everyone should experience it. Reaching your dream foundation is really important to me because it helps me travel, to get experience, to do better in racquetball and in life. They teach you to do things professionally, on and off the court. My goal is to be #1, obviously, same with everybody. It's
And we're back in, everybody. Martinez just got the ball out of reach of Holly Scott, gets the side out. It's a good shot from Holly Scott. We're seeing a little change in the serving from Scott, and she went to the Z serve, and while I wasn't too excited about the quality of that Z serve, it came short. Martinez didn't put it away. So it's sometimes not about how good your serve is, but how poor your return is from your opponent. Scott gets a replay. Another winner from Scott. Seven serving 3. What's the difference between game 1 and 2? Well, Scott has switched to a Z serve. And isn't making the mistakes. That's a key here. She made some unforced errors. It was a little bit sloppy in that first game. And she's not doing that in this second game. She's also found a Z serve that Martinez, again, the Z serve isn't perfect, but it's good enough. Mix that in with some drive serves and some shooting like that from Holly Scott. And all of a sudden, Martinez taking her second and final time out of this game. It's 8 serving 3. We'll be back in just a moment.
Gearbox.
Well, I couldn't keep up the score. It's 9 serving 3. What a turnaround from Holly Scott. Playing so much better in this second game. And another point. Something I like to evaluate is what is the quality of your serve against the quality of your opponent's return. And I give that serve a 5 out of 5 from Holly Scott. Why? Because Martinez had to hit it off the back wall. So I go into the back wall to get it to the front wall. So you, aside from an ace, you've done exactly what you wanted to. What was the return like for Martinez? Not great. Maybe a 2 out of a 5 because she got it to the front wall and got it deep. So you have the advantage if you hit that serve. Tough. Sliding down the wall that time by Scott. Point for Martinez. Over to my right, Kalani Lawrence defeated Cheryl Lotz 11-10 in the tiebreaker. Kill shot from Martinez, put the ball away to win that 5 serving 11. Over on our other show court, Riberos won the first 15-4. Wow. Martinez, backhand flat, too good. 6 serving 11. Martinez wants a replay. She's not going to get it. I couldn't see it, says Martinez, but skip. We haven't said that too often from Scott. Side out. Back and forth we go. Let's see if Scott goes back to this C serve. She does. Diving get, she got there, and that's an example of an avoidable hinder. Martinez held up, Scott on the floor, unable to get out of the way. Good call from our official, side out 6-11. Martinez seems to have weathered the storm. Now creeping back into this point by point in game 2. Oh, what a serve. Set up down the line for a point. Scott may want to take a timeout. Just feel the momentum shifting on court right now. And another point for Martinez from that serve. 8 serving 11. Skip ball from Martinez. Well, if you didn't sign up for our fantasy bracket, you're missing out. We had a lot of people sign up for this. Current leaders: Frederic Lambert, Sarah Freeman, Dylan Pruitt, all 10-0. In fact, there are quite a few 10-0 so far. Martinez, beautifully done. Recovered well from that awkward bounce. Here comes Martinez. 9 serving 11. Timeout on the court taken by Holly Scott. Just give you a quick overview of matches coming up for you this afternoon. Longoria Perez, Montserrat Perez won earlier today to get to the 32s. That's still a round of 32 to come. Rodriguez Riveros are on court right now on our other stream. Riveros won the first. Riveros played around a little bit with her yesterday and she was hitting very clean, solid racquetball. We're seeing that in the first game. Rasic will be taking on Barrios in the round of 16. Salas against Munoz. Munoz winning 11-10 against Maziel Rivera. Laime will be taking on the winner of Mendez Riquelme, which is going on down to my left right now. Vargas will be taking on Annie Roberts, who just crossed my screen a few seconds ago. Roberts winning her first pro match 11-10 this morning, taking on the 3 seed in Vargas. We're watching Holly Scott Martinez. Winner of that will take on the winner of Vargas and Roberts. Enriquez will face Jessica Parilla in the round of 16. They faced each other just last weekend in the Mexican Nationals. Enriquez winning in 2 games there. So we'll see if Enriquez can continue that form. Then we go down to Centellas Mejia, probably my pick of the round of 16s to watch. Centellas, a young prodigy, taking on Mejia, who many have picked to get to the finals this weekend. Last but not least, we'll see Lawrence, who defeated Lotz 11-10, taking on the winner of Minilla and Herrera. Just short from Martinez. Lunging get from Scott, and here comes some of the animation from Scott. I mentioned the tide turning, and it is indeed. It's 10 serving 11. Maria Jose Vargas behind me warming up. That's too good from Scott. Talking to herself in the service box. She's 4 points away from a tiebreaker. Little flick of the wrist from Martinez. Tried something cute, it didn't work. She grins as she looks back at her coach, but it's a point for Scott, 12-10. Martinez just beyond the reach of Scott for a side out. Second serve, that was close. Excellent ceiling ball from Scott, gives her the opportunity. Scott took that ball too high. She could have waited for it to drop a little more. She hit it waist high, and so it stayed up. Scott with a big skip. It wasn't a great serve, kicked in to the middle. It was just a big miss from Scott. It's 12 serving 12. What a comeback from Martinez in this second game. Major momentum swing, says one of you in the chat box. I agree entirely. Martinez used both her timeouts early. I think that helped. But not that time. Scott, backhand pinch winner. She needs 3 points. Where was she succeeding on her drive serve? Over on the left side, hitting behind herself and the Z. Looks like she's moved over to the right. And it was probably a poor decision. Ball came off the back wall. Martinez says thanks very much for the return winner side out. It's a nice splat winner from Scott, side out. Last one she put into the floor. She didn't that time. And you can see it in her in the screen. Just a smile of frustration you feel. Vic Mandela supporting Gabby. Gabby's 3 points away from this match. Gabby got there. What's the call? A replay. Athleticism from Martinez to pick that ball up. Earned the replay. Look at this get. Showed she could get there. Impeded by Scott. 12 serving 12. I love this. I love the serve. Fist pump from Martinez, wrapped around. Scott panicked. Put the ball in into the floor. 13-12. So my question is, why wouldn't Martinez hit that serve again? Lob serve. Set up for Martinez. We'll get a replay. Martinez got away with a poor shot. Ace serve again from Martinez. I think she's hit 5 aces in this match. When you look at a 14-12 scoreline, they make such a huge difference. Here we go, match point. Here it is, Martinez. Buries it into the floor. Scott taking a timeout, probably a good one. I might have taken one a little sooner. It's 12 serving 14. Scott trying to stay in it. We'll be back to see if she can in just a moment. And we're back. A little shudder of the screen as Holly Scott walks into the court and shuts the door. What a tense battle this second game has become. If you're just joining us, Martinez won the first fairly comfortably. Scott, though, had a big lead in game two, but point by point, we saw momentum shift for Martinez, getting back into this match and then getting the match point. Scott saved it. Well, really, she didn't. Martinez put one into the floor. And now Scott trying to stay alive. Not that time. Kicks out. This time it's Holly Scott with the, I would say, unforced error, but it really wasn't. Just a difficult shot. She couldn't make it. Match point for Martinez. And it's an ace. What a serve from Martinez to finish. 6 aces by my count in this match. How crucial they became as she advances over Holly Scott 15-7, 15-12. Well, what a match it was. Aaron Palomino just behind me is pretty happy to see his athlete advance. Of course, don't forget on our other stream, his other athlete, Rodriguez, is playing Riveros. You can watch that. But coming up next on this court, Longoria, the world #1, looking to retain this title she won in December. She's taking on the lefty, Montserrat Perez from Mexico. So we'll take a break. We'll allow players to warm up, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching.
Professional racquetball converges on Kansas City, a city with a storied sports history. Enter the TeamRoot.com SuperMax Slam. $60,000 in prize money on the line. The best athletes from around the world. This is the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour.